Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7 and some of the other DC TV shows as well. It's a bit of a smorgasbord in this video. So if things are running, normally, we would be under about 2 weeks away from The Flash and, well, not the rest, but most of the other DC TV shows on the CW getting ready to premiere the new seasons. But of course, as we know, at this point, only one of the DC TV shows has actually even returned to filming or commenced filming for this season, that of course being Batwoman. And they started about, I think almost 3 weeks ago. I think it might be 3 weeks ago today. And speaking of filming dates, them and just commencements of them form a part of this video, so that's just me planting a seed. Yes, I know how smart of a move, that was from me. I'm a genius. Anyway, just quickly before we jump into the rest of the video, because the shows are returning around 3 or 4 months later than usual, there is a lot of empty space that would normally be filled with reviews and trailer breakdowns for the episodes. Now, of course, once we head into November, hopefully we'll start getting more or a decent amount of promo material and more stuff like that. So November onwards shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, there's a lot of empty space right now. So if you have any suggestions for content during that time, I'm all ears. So feel free to let me know all of that down there in the comment section down below. Also, this might sound like a broken record on YouTube. Hey, I've heard this about 27 million times in my lifetime. But if you could leave a like on the video and just videos to come, that would be awesome. YouTube has been fiddling with their website lately, and especially during with the genre I'm in, and there's nothing there. It just making things a bit difficult for content creators like myself and other people you would know. So something as simple as a like would be greatly appreciated, during this time especially. And even the other content creators similar to me that you would watch. But yeah, let's move on from begging Pagey. I think he's from Earth 6-9, that weird Earth in the multiverse. Let's move on to informative Pagey, aka the Pagey from Earth GR8, aka Earth Great. So as I'm sure most of you would, I wonder if anyone got that, I don't know. So as I'm sure most of you would have heard a couple of days ago from when this video goes up. If not, this will be a shock, but it was announced by both Warner Brothers and the CW that Season 6 of Supergirl would be its last season. They're ending, they're going to be ending after that season. It's good that Supergirl does get to go out in their own terms and not get cancelled, like unfortunately some other shows, have happened to them, and then they have to rush randomly towards the end to finish their series off, whether it's in Season 1 or Season 3 or 4. Supergirl will get 20 episodes by the looks of it to properly wrap up, so that's good for them. But this announcement of Supergirl coming to an end, along with Arrow coming to an end last season, has brought up the question on some of the other DC TV shows in later seasons, the shows more specifically being referred to a lot being that of Legends of Tomorrow and, of course, The Flash. Now, will the end of Supergirl, start the falling of dominoes or toppling of dominoes, in this case, the dominoes being the various shows in the Arrowverse? And eventually, the answer is yes, but I see the Arrowverse going until, past 2025, I'd say anywhere between 2025 to 2027, because we've got new shows there, and I'm sure they'll introduce another show or two, but by then I think it might end. But Legend of Tomorrow is definitely in its last season or two. I don't see it going further past that. If Legends was ending this season, you would expect an announcement like we got with Supergirl sooner rather than later. They've been going for the exact same amount of seasons as Supergirl, so it's surprising that Supergirl is actually ending potentially before Legends. But with The Flash, they are heading into Season 7, which is the last season on Grant Gustin and the rest of the main actors' contracts. Now, Grant did reveal that he was in talks to extend his contract personally to Season 8 and 9 before COVID's, just yeeted its way into society. Now, that will still happen. The Flash is the most The Flash was the most popular show on the network by a good margin up until Stargirl. The Flash is still number 1, but Stargirl was close after its first season. But that was in regards to viewership watching on the CW. Internationally, globally, everything like that, The Flash still reigns supreme, not just for the CW shows, but just for superhero shows in general. So that contract should get extended for Grant at the very least, along with a decent pay increase, which I'm sure Grant would be stoked with. Hey, thinking of a holiday house? Let's go. Now, the big question with moving into Season 8, 9, and maybe even beyond are the other actors on the show. Would Candice Patton, Jesse L. Martin, Tom Cavanagh, Danielle Panabaker, and Carlos Valdez, OGs from Season 1, would they sign new contracts to remain on the show? At this time, Hard to tell. I know this sounds rough, but Grant in the end is the only one that really matters. They can fill the show with other supporting characters. The other actors leaving would be felt. We'd all go, oh god, like, you know, Cisco, Iris, Joe, Caitlin, they're all leaving. But it wouldn't impact the show in a major way. It would still go on. So as long as Grant stays, the show will go on. Now, of course, some of these actors like Candice Patton might be like, look, I've had 7 years on the show. I'm going to go do another project now. Same with like Tom Cavanaugh and all the other actors. They might want to go do something different, whether it's another show, a movie, or another just thing like Carlos might go do Broadway. But that's for us to wait and find out, I guess. But if we don't hear anything soon about The Flash, that would mean it's not ending. So in this case, no news would be good news for The Flash. And would probably be waiting until the normal time they announce renewals for show to hear about Grant signing a new contract and maybe the other actors or something along that line. Now, Deadline ran an article. They ran it as an exclusive. It's a bit weird they ran it as an exclusive, and I'll explain after we get through it. But they ran a quote-unquote exclusive article talking about start dates for filming for a couple of shows based in Vancouver and some other shows based outside of Vancouver in other cities, obviously if they're outside of Vancouver, like in America. So we'll go over that article right now, and it's fairly interesting. With Batwoman and Riverdale already filming in Vancouver, several more Greg Berlanti series are gearing up to go back to production. Supergirl is slated to begin filming its 6th and final season in Vancouver next Monday, September 28th, pending a deal with the local unions to comply with SAG's testing guidelines, which has proven difficult. I hear The Flash is currently slated to begin filming in its 7th season on October 1st. DC's Legend of Tomorrow is targeting an October 5th season 6 start, both in Vancouver. All American is looking to begin filming its 3rd season on Monday in Los Angeles. Of the remaining Berlanti production series, Superman and Lois, Titans, and newcomer Kung Fu are eyeing mid-October starts. Now, I think Kung Fu also films in Vancouver, but Titans is obviously the new HBO Max show. It was on DC Universe, but that films in Toronto, but it's another, Canadian-based production. Breakout show Stargirl is on track to begin shooting its 2nd season at the end of October, while Doom Patrol's 3rd season is expected to start production in January. As is the case with any production during COVID, the dates are tentative and subject to change. Some of the series mentioned in the story had earlier target start dates that was subsequently pushed, a common occurrence amid the ongoing pandemic. Now, as I said, it's weird they ran this as an exclusive, as a lot of this information was already released, not just, amongst scoopers, if you want to call it, but it was released publicly by Vancouver-based groups. The only big thing here that wasn't really known and is a big change from what had been referenced earlier on is Stargirl, and I guess Doom Patrol as well, but in particular Stargirl. It of course says that Stargirl is on track to begin filming its 2nd season, which of course is now exclusive to the CW, in late October. Before, some of the stars on the show had said sometime in early 2021. So either the CW bumped that production time to an earlier start to just get it done, or it was always sometime around the end of October or sometime in November, and the cast just hadn't been notified as of yet. Now, they start off the article pretty much talking about Supergirl. Now that starts on, this coming Monday, pending the SAG testing guidelines. But Batwoman started and Riverdale, so maybe it's just up to I don't know how it necessarily works. I'm guessing it's just the reps for Supergirl have to agree to it. I'm not too sure how it works. So hopefully the other shows get that stuff sorted so they're not playing it very, very late. It's weird that Supergirl is playing it so late to get that done because, as I said, they start this coming Monday. Now, Stargirl, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow are slated for mid-2021 premieres, so anywhere in the range of, I'd say, May to June. It depends how long the other shows go for and how many episodes they have. There's going to be breaks there for those shows just because of sporting events and stuff, so they'll have to have breaks. So I'd say end of May, beginning of June is probably where you're going to see Stargirl, Supergirl, and Legends start their new seasons. But the other DC shows on the CW are all January premieres, so Batwoman, Flash, Superman, Lois, and Black Lightning. Now, Black Lightning isn't mentioned in this article, which I was actually surprised by, but I'd assume that starts fairly soon as well because it is meant to start January. The big thing that could happen here is maybe they delay Black Lightning starting to film and they move Stargirl into that January premiere slot. I don't know. It's just weird that they haven't mentioned Black Lightning because I think it's the only DC show they don't mention here. Bit weird. But yeah, there's not long to go until, well, all this stuff happens. It's only a matter of time until we start getting some little promos here and there and some set photos. The shows are filming in public areas. There's already been set photos from I was going to say Stargirl, but from Batwoman. So set photos are still a thing. There's probably not going to be as many as they usually would, but hopefully there's some decent ones. So if you look forward to those type of videos, they are most likely still going to be coming. It just depends on whether it's good or not, and it's worth talking about, but that's for us to wait and find out. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will leave the link to the article in the description down below if you do want to go check it out. But if you did enjoy the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support for the channel and the video. Let me know all your various opinions in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.